Hey, great Tuesday evening, and no, it's not an old episode. It's not an old show that just suddenly popped up out of the middle of nowhere. It's uh, it's a brand new show. Well, it's not a brand new show. It's just the show that we promised that we're going to have. Uh, and I think that every election night for the past couple of years, no, Frankie, we actually come on and talked about what's going on with the elections. Probably the only one that we didn't do that was for our election.
It's still fresh. It's still too soon.
Too soon, but we're here, and before anything else, let me say this was probably one of the weirdest election cycles I've seen in a long, long, long time. Los más guapos de Brownsville. Good evening, good evening, good evening, my man. And my man Jimmy Vela is running for city commissioner up in Port Isabel. And let me say, I spoke with Jimmy and I said, bro, you want me to go up there and hold some signs? You want me to go do a jig, a dance, or something? I love this guy. This guy is a good guy. Cuando está dormido.
How's it going, Jimmy? Best of luck, my brother. Looking forward to getting the results a little bit later on. It's always good to hear from you, man. Tune in. Stay on. Actually,
Is Jimmy's election now, or is it going to be later on?
is it in May?
I think it's in May.
It might be in May.
Yeah, I think his election is in May, Jimmy, and you can correct us if we're wrong. But I don't think that you're up right now because I had a conversation with him, I think like yesterday. I don't think so. I might be wrong unless he has a no, I think it's gonna be in
No,
May.
it's in May. Yeah, it's in May. He's not today.
My election is May. Yeah, thanks for support, gents. Well, Frankie didn't say he was gonna support you.
He knows. He knows. I don't gotta say anything.
Welcome back, King. Thank you, Papa. I mean, oh, you're referring to him. What up, Big Daddy? ¿Y el weather qué?
How's it going, my man? Happy belated birthday, actually.
Is
Hope you had
it?
a
I
hope you
thought
had
it
a
was.
good day.
Was it yes this weekend or what?
Yeah, happy belated. There's a lot of festivities going on with charros and things like that.
I actually thought that his birthday was going to be tomorrow or later on.
Oh, is it? Well, it might be a pre. I could have sworn it was yesterday or the day before. Could be wrong though.
I saw a post where I think it was like a pre-birthday thing. I don't care. I might be wrong. Not that I don't care. It's just I might be wrong, but I don't care.
Yeah, it's early. It's early. Tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow. He's very patriotic. He celebrates his birthday on the day of Independence Day. So lucky you,
Independence Day.
Texas.
Today's Texas Independence Day.
Tomorrow.
Hey, Frankie.
How's it going, Hippo?
I said the day Frankie returned at Osmo, I was coming back. Hater.
I think I know who that might be. I think.
I know who that is. My election is in May. Thanks for the support, gents. Up, Frankie. That's what I say. Up, Frankie. Rajmo, Lolita. Tomorrow's my birthday. Puro, Texas Independence Day. Why am I getting all these buzzing messages coming in right about now?
Oh, everybody's getting ready. Everybody just wanted to see if you got your numbers because everybody's got the numbers. We will be doing pretty exciting stuff. Erasmo is correct. Every election cycle, every election day, we always hang out. We like to do our own little news feed for the community. And it's pretty cool. We'll be giving our predictions for each and every race. Just talk about the election cycle. I agree, Erasmo. It has been a very, very weird election cycle. It's been very, very different from the ones that I'm used to and have been a part of. But nonetheless, it's interesting to see everybody's strategies and the dynamics behind each and every campaign, which is amazing. And again, I always say that political campaigns and politics is mainly like a science. So studying this from the outside and being a part of a few campaigns and running one campaign myself, this is what I live for election day. So we'll be giving out the predictions and obviously the results. I think the polls close today at 7. If you haven't voted already, make sure you go out and vote. Let us know if you don't have your location, your polls, or whatever. We'll be sure to let you guys know. So pretty excited about today's show.
Well, let me say again. I think I mean, I was still getting messages from friends that are somewhat always in the political realm and circle, and they were still trying to figure out where they were going to go vote. And go like, guys, we had 2 weeks of early voting.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Like, I always like to do early voting. I like to avoid the lines. I like to take my time at the polls. And some people, I believe, like how Sam mentioned earlier with you, he said that he was going to go vote today. Some people just prefer election day today, like that's their thing. I personally, I'm more of a, try to do it as early as possible.
Yeah, get over with. Yeah, just get it over. That's what I do. And then again, a lot of things could happen on election day. Like, you might get overwhelmed at work. You might have a car accident, a flat, or not be wearing any pants like Frankie, and something like weird, and then you won't go vote. And I don't want that ever to happen. That's why I encourage people, please go vote, vote early, vote regularly. Gene, I know he's back. Se bañó Frankie, los milagros que hace el agua. My dynamic dude, saludos. My Spectrum is out on Coffeeport Road. We actually had a couple of questions for you today, Gabriel. I can't remember what they were though. I think it had to do with I can't remember, something about the murals. I think I can't remember. Can't remember what happened this afternoon. Much less what happened this morning. Buenas noches a los dos. Tanya, every day looks more and more beautiful. I miss Frankie's ring. Oh. Ooh, I kiss Frankie's ring. Wow, it's getting even more hot and heavy. Ring of Fire. No one is too small. Let me I don't know if Trey Mendes is just doing those on purpose or he just puts his foot in his mouth. You saw the post, right?
Yes, I saw it.
What's your take?
I don't think he's like that. I think he's, he says it, unbeknownst to him that it might be a punchline. But I don't see anything, just it's funny, I guess.
It's hilarious. And I mean, they put him in this big old chair. He's actually taking a selfie on the He put him on this big old ass chair, and then he goes out and puts up this post on something about a small guy. As most voters were on vacation that day when my Donald Trump was tragically cheated at 2 a.m. Yeah. I felt Trump's pain. Why did you come to give us the weather and the beach? I hope so, because the guy next to you isn't bringing it.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's our favorite segment. And again, it's always crazy because living in South Texas, it's always cold, it's always hot. It's my favorite, and it seems to be everybody else as well. So the weather, who would have thought?
It's the only one you ever got semi right.
Semi, still working on it.
Oh my gosh, he's back. Olivo is back. Good evening, gentlemen. Good evening. Good evening. I actually invited a couple of people, but just to show you. Weather, please. Is it cougar weather yet?
It's always cougar weather.
Lil Eddie was getting everyone thinking that people know. Yeah, no one has a clue who that guy is. Yeah. The guy could walk probably in front of 1,000 BISD employees and they would not know who he is. Did he dangle his feet off the chair? Trust me, people that are making memes are already working on that one. He sets himself up. So, what are the results? Who all got reelected and who won? We're going to find out the results. I would dare say, at least from the early voting at about 7:15 ish. That's the time that they'll start coming in because they'll release the results of the early votes. But we really won't know as to who won the race. I don't think till later on that night. I think that some of these races are going to be kind of on the closer side, Frank. You know?
Yeah, the early numbers will be released a little bit after 7. We're guessing around 7:15, 7:20. We have been getting word that there are some numbers floating around here and there, and the movers and shakers have an idea of what they're facing on election day. So everybody again is scrambling last minute. But yeah, we won't know. And one thing I was also thinking about it, Osmo, is the race with Sarah Stapleton, Morgan Lamantilla, and Alex Dominguez. We won't know that race until probably later on tonight because that encompasses McAllen up towards the Corpus area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Up in that area. So we won't know, election results. And if that candidate wins in the Cameron County and Hidalgo, that doesn't mean anything because we had some candidates, some Democratic candidates who won. I believe it was Judge Nereida Singletary from Hidalgo County. She won Cameron County and Hidalgo County, but she ended up losing in the upper counties. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. But again, we're all going to be watching following the governor race, of course. Going to be watching the JP's races, which has been very interesting to follow. So all in all, it's going to be it should be a good turnout.
Well, let's. I mean, we've got time. Let's mention some of the races. You mentioned Sarah Stapleton, La Mantilla, and La Mantequilla, who I call her, and Alex Dominguez. I mean, let me tell you, it was one of those races that I think that money talked. La Mantequilla threw out boohoo's of cash, guys, and she's got enough cash to take her out through the runoff and on through, to win the seat. It's just going to be very, very interesting. I don't think that Alex Dominguez did enough, Frankie. I mean, I don't think that he pushed unless he really focused on Hidalgo and all those other places up there, that the district that area covers. But I just don't see he did enough here in Brownsville unless que el vato pensaba de que he was very, very, strong in Brownsville. But La Mantequilla was out on Southmost every chance that she could. I mean, she had the Southmost boys, out there, pitching for her.
And again, special shout out goes to all the people that were part of the campaigns. I'm sure Erasmo could vouch for it, but there's no other feeling being part of a campaign, being part of a movement with people. So special shouts out to all those people in those camps holding signs at those different poll locations. Shout out Moises Rivera. That was at Christ the King earlier today on Southmost. But you're right. What I'm looking forward to, Erasmo, is, and this is a very interesting race because big money. We heard how Morgan, her family donated close to at least 1.8, close to $2 million, possibly in her coffers. Now, will big money dictate this race? We saw how Sarah Stapleton, how she came so close in her race 2 years ago against former Senator Eddie Lucio Jr. And, she's back on. And again, you previously mentioned Alex Dominguez, a former Texas representative for 37. And I'll just throw this out there. This is my personal opinion. I feel that if Mr. Dominguez would have stayed in District 37,
you would have won
Rep 37, he wouldn't have had a challenger. He would have been there for 12, 14, 16 years. But we see his, he's got big goals to serve as senator for our area. And that's going to be very interesting. I haven't heard a lot of Alex Dominguez throughout this race. I want to say that he was depending on, remember the Texas walkout when he, along with other reps and senators, they went all the way to Washington.
Yeah.
And they staged, they weren't able to hold a vote. Now he relied heavily on the Democrat from Washington. Did he receive that big money donations from the Democratic National Committee?
I don't think so.
That remains to be seen, but that is a very interesting race. My personal opinion is I do not think that money will influence this race. How can $2 million? Don't get me wrong, money does wonders. We could all agree to that. But this is what's going to be very telling, Erasmo. are the people of Corpus, south of San Antonio, of Hidalgo County, of Cameron County, will they be swayed by money with 2 months in this race? Did you ever hear of Morgan Lamantilla before
Mantequilla, no.
November? Nobody did. So she had, she's been having 3 or 4 months where she's just been drilling us, drilling. And you have a person like Sarah Stapleton who has not stopped campaigning for the past 2-4 years, and we have Alex Dominguez, obviously, who has already been at this level and knows the dynamics of this. So this is going to be very interesting to see how it unfolds.
Well, let me say that I'm going to think that La Mantequilla, I mean, is going to do okay. I think Sarah is going to do a lot better than what a lot of people suspected. But again, Sarah, as you mentioned, he had already been working the area 2 years ago, and I think that she maybe kind of stopped a little bit, campaigning, which I think is something that happens right after you lose an election. Like, guys, losing an election is not easy. Ask Frankie. It is not easy at all. And I really think that Sarah, after that election, fell a little bit in regards to morale and stuff. But after the first 6 months, I think she was back and getting ready for this race here. Because it was going to be a short race anyway. So I think she was just getting ready. I mean, did she keep in contact with all the individuals that she met during the first run for Senate? I would say yes. That'd be the smart thing she do. I mean, she's a bright, bright woman. Bright woman. I think Alex Dominguez is out of this race. I think he's out. I think that it's going to be a runoff between the females, Sarah Stapleton and La Mantequilla. Maybe. What? Hello?
Again, very, very interesting. I hadn't heard of Alex Dominguez. Again, campaign signs don't vote. They're not the ones. They're obviously aren't the indicators of whether you're going to win a race or not. But is he relying on the Democratic Party here in our local area throughout all the way up to Corpus to remember him? And it's going to be interesting. Will big money come into play? I say no. Even though Alex Dominguez has not been as present as I'd want him to be, I still feel that he's got name recognition. He's from the area. I think that will catapult him in to a runoff with Sarah Stapleton. So I have Sarah 1, Alex 2, and Morgan coming in 3.
Wow. Good. We'll see. Next race, let's stay at the state level. Jonathan Gracia against Aaron Gomez. That, my friends, that has been a cutthroat race. And that cutthroatness has come from Jonathan Gracia. The guy's, gone at it. And Aaron has not really responded, which I feel is a mistake. She didn't hit back as hard as Jonathan was hitting. Jonathan was hitting pretty hard and heavy, man. He let her have it gacho. And let me say before anything, I'm not friends with either one of them. I don't like either one of them that much. I think Jonathan just did a better job of putting his platform out there.
Again, I have nothing but respect and high admiration for both candidates. I know them personally very, very well. I think the world of Ms. Gomez. I think that one day she's going to represent us either in Austin or here locally. That's just my opinion. Regarding this race, this has been the most volatile is too difficult. The most chippiest races out there, and we've been hearing of the different tactics that have been used. It's very weird. It's very difficult whenever you have a female opponent, because sometimes whenever you're too aggressive, I think that conveys in a different light. Women won't like that, and that became apparent at Erasmo during the flyer that he sent out when he said, "Oh, look at Jonathan Gracia. He's a family man. He's created jobs. He does this. He's done that." And then somebody says, "You're attacking her because she doesn't have a spouse, because she doesn't have a child. So that makes her like less of you. Oh, I'm not going to vote for you." So it's a very difficult fine line.
It is.
Again, and Jonathan Gracia is your politician. You know, he never stops campaigning 24/7. So it's gonna be a close one. Again, it's gonna be a close one. I feel that it's gonna be Jonathan Gracia with a narrow victory.
I think so too. I agree. I think Jonathan Gracia is going to take it. The other races, I'm not even going to mention the Alex Dominguez race because I think that's a little bit farther to the east from us. That's a South Padre Island little area, maybe a little part of Brownsville. I don't think Ruben Cortez did enough. I think he's going to fall flat on his face again.
That's been an interesting race, and I kind of was like, why didn't I throw my name in there? No, you have Luis Villarreal from Harlingen. Not great public speaker.
Horrible.
If I was his camp, I would have done a lot of things different. He is relying on those individuals that are supporting him. We have people like the likes of Mario Sainz, who has been actively, vouching for this candidate, and other people within the area. Is Ruben Cortez relying on the backing of his mother, a career politician, Judge Linda Salazar, who is very well liked in the Brownsville area? She's loved, she's revered. She has been part of many, many marriages, and she's built bonds with these people. And one thing I love about Judge Salazar, and I've said this openly, she's raza. And she is that person that I feel that, she's for the people. So will that make a difference in Ruben Cortez's race? That remains to be seen, but it's going to be interesting. It really is. It really is going to be interesting. We'll see how that plays out.
It's going to be an interesting race. I just don't think that Ruben did enough. I think that's another one of those cases that he should have stayed at his seat where he was at. I don't think it was. One of the things is that you've got to measure your time. I just don't think it was their time to be switching off to other seats. That's just my take. I think he would have stayed there as State Board of Education. He would have stayed there for a while now, and that was in itself just an amazing accomplishment that he made it that far. I think he just should have stayed there. I think he's going to be out. The other races that I'm very interested in, we still got 7 minutes before the polls actually close, guys. The other races that I thought were superbly interesting were the JP races. Those are other races that are cutthroat, dead races. We've got Elizabeth Garza running against Cindy Hinojosa and Javier Reina. That one was a crazy, crazy race from the start when they tried to kick Javier Reina out of the race.
Yeah, very, very interesting. You have they've all run for politics before. Elizabeth Garza ran for judge previously, and the other candidates they tried for JPs. That one hasn't been as chippy as much. Everybody has been relying on their experience. We have an attorney, we have a licensed counselor, and we have a former law enforcement
officer.
For over 20 plus years. So what do our constituents, what do they want? What do they see in a JP? Elizabeth Valdez Garza's thing is, I have a degree. I have a law background. This is the reasons why I need to be elected, because I have the credentials. I have the backing. Miss Cindy Hinojosa, she's relying on, I'm a counselor. I have helped people. I have brought people together. I will help you as a JP. And we have a law enforcement official. What do the people want in a? That's gonna be interesting. But I think it's gonna be a runoff. I think again it's gonna be the two females. Even though I haven't seen a lot of traction from Elizabeth Valdez Garza's camp, I do feel that she is strong. She is a woman, and I do see the two females going in a runoff.
I'm going to agree with you. And again, I nothing against Javier Reina. I mean, we talk well. I had a good conversation. Actually, I mentioned that we had a conversation at the courthouse the other day when I ran into him. I said, bro, part of the problem is everyone's splintered all over the place. That's why we never get anything done. I'm going to stay with my stance. I think Cindy Hinojosa has been doing one of these dirty campaigns in regards to trying to get Javier Reina out. She's banking on, trying to say like, well, me limpio las manos, tiro la pierna y me limpio las manos. I think it's going to backfire on her because I don't think that she's going to have enough to make it over the 51. And what's going to happen is you're going to, and I'm sorry, Reina has his people, guys. You have to understand that Reina has the Lucio people, and that's a lot of political clout there automatically. And let me say that Javier Reina hasn't forgotten that Cindy Hinojosa went after him in the start to try and get him out of the race. That was all Cindy Hinojosa. So of course Javier Reina is going to push his people. Let's say if the scenario that Frankie painted comes out, Javier Reina is going to push his people to go and support Liz Valdez, you know? And I ultimately think that at the end of the runoff, Liz Valdez will take it against Cindy Hinojosa because Cindy Hinojosa will flop, and will just break down if she doesn't get that 51%. So I think she's putting all her marbles in this 51% to get the 51. And if she doesn't, I think she's going to lose it.
I don't see that. You know, money again is a cure to all, especially in politics. I do see Cindy Hinojosa having the money to patch things up, and it'll be what 2 months. 2 months before the runoff election takes place. That's enough to do a party, an event, and things like that. But again, how much support does you know? Again, it's been talked about. He's been in Cameron County for 20 plus years. He's forged a lot of relationships, a lot of bonds with a lot of people. A lot of people owe them a lot of favors. So this is going to be pretty interesting. But again, I have the females, and nothing against Reina personally. I just think that the females, they have what it takes.
I agree with you. I just think that at the end, I think Liz will take what's her name, Cindy Hinojosa in a runoff. Why are you disagreeing with me if I was agreeing with you?
Oh no. Just to give contra.
Hater.
What other race? Hey, the Democratic.
Oh yeah,
that was gonna be good, man.
Let me tell you, I've never seen everyone sitting in the party in the major seats going against the Democratic chair. I mean, you got Luis Saenz out there. I just heard a rat. Oh, my Chile. Scuttling through. But you got Luis Saenz out there openly saying Shergold. I mean, Shergold is a crazy nut. There are very few people in politics that are as crazy as John Shergold.
I like those crazy nuts, though. He's a very smart man. He's very passionate. That's how I see it. You see it nuts. I see it as passion. But again, very, very interesting. And this goes back, Erasmo, to there was an incident a few months ago in one of those Santa Maria, Santa Rosa areas where Mario Saenz wanted to go and talk because he's a Democratic chairman. I forget what precinct. And he expected, to have the floor. And Jared Hockema, being a city manager for all these small little towns, whatever reason, didn't give him the floor. And Mario Saenz was like, "Hey, bro, like I came over here because you told me. Now you're not gonna let me do what I came to do. Like, what the hell?"
I know the more cheese, man. They literally took the mic from him and gave it to Sylvia Garza Perez. Like, no, just get away. This is for Sylvia Garza Perez. And the signs were offended.
And again, the big thing is, if you want to stay clean, do not mess with the brother of the district attorney of the county. And this is the first time, and I believe this is Jared's second term, if I'm not mistaken, or will he be seeking a second term? But I've never seen him work. I've never seen him be out there. Like, he's worried. He has been worried. Why? Because again, the signs, they still have a lot of pull. They have a lot of popularity throughout the county, and this is a county race, so this is going to be very interesting. And we already know, Luis Saenz has his people throughout Harlingen for sure, and the surrounding little cities. So this is going to be very interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see how this brand new candidate how he's faring. And he's tagged me in a couple posts, and whoever tags me, whether they're Republican or Democrat, I want my people to see them, and it's gonna be interesting. This is one that I'm really gonna be following to see how this one turns out.
It's a great race, and I'm all Jared. I love Jared. That Shergold's a nut. And but you know what? I was kind of a little bit torn, Frankie. It's 7 o'clock, guys. I was a little bit torn because the Democratic Party is so screwed here
Yeah.
that they deserve a John Shergold as their party chair.
And you know what? Maybe he could bring them together because I personally I've been dissatisfied with the Democratic Party for several years now. I haven't been vocal about it, but it's just a lot of how somebody mentioned earlier. You got to kiss the ring. Oh, you got to kiss butt. Oh, you gotta. And I understand that's the old way of politics, but that's not my thing. But maybe somebody new, somebody with different ideas. Somebody who's got a lot of passion, as John Shergold could right the ship. But we'll see. We'll
Did you
see.
say,
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what the county has in store for our Democratic Party.
did you say ship?
Would right the ship. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else. All right, let's go to the comments real quick so I can go. What's the deal with La Mantequilla? I don't even know what her daddy does for a living. LNF Distributors, beer. I hope you did well with your business, Mr. Olivo. I hope you have been keep up. He's a bum. Lolita, he's always traveling. I guess I should.
Gee.
7:15. I meant keeping up. Yeah, I voted for Sarah Stapleton and Jared Hakama. Yes. Tonight's election results should be interesting. Without a doubt. I'm trying to refresh the things to see if they're coming out. Frankie, narrating the electoral race like a football game. I like it though. Was Déjalo dry? The polls close soon. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm actually trying to refresh them to try and get the numbers out. It's all about corruption. People, money talks. Yeah. When do early voting results come in? Hopefully in the next 5 minutes, but my man. Love you, Papa. Saludos a los dos. Gracias, Gilbert. Hermoso. Alex is done. I think so too. I think it's over for Alex, Frankie. What about 357 race?
I have Magallanes winning easily. He's going up against Victor Ramirez, who is from Alice. He's got a few years practicing in Cameron County, practicing in Brownsville. Victor's a great guy, smart man. But I feel that being an outsider for this big of a race, being a county race, is not going to be to his favor. And again, for everybody that knows the Magallanes brothers and the family, they work it. There has been a lot of things being said about the judge, but he's been out there, he's been posting, he's been hitting the streets, he's been working it. But I have Judge Magallanes winning big in the 357 race.
I think so too. I hope he doesn't win. I think Cameron County needs something different, but I think he's going to take it. Alex was a major disappointment. Yes, a little bit. Alex is a good guy, man. I'll say this about Alex. Alex is a good guy. I think his heart was in the right direction. I'm going to think that he got a lot of bad advice, and I just don't think that they did enough, and he should have stayed where he was at, gotten a little bit more, more clout under his name, and then maybe go for one of these big old positions, And a lot of people don't understand the dynamics in regards to the difference between being a representative and between being a senator. The difference is you hold a lot more power. A lot more power. Because there's less senators than there are representatives. I love seeing passionate supporters of candidates truly for the people. It's disgusting to see the flip side supporters. Oh, well, well-known corrupt rats in the play of the chicken. Yeah, damn chicken plates.
There's been a lot of food given out to this election, so we'll see.
Enchiladas, hamburguesas,
de todo.
Steak and lobster.
Steak and lobster.
Oh, that's probably what they sent me. Remember, agree, disagree. Calma, Mr. Castro. I'm trying. Ponle casa, Frankie. Erasmo, el Frankie, bien amigo de Gracia. How close are friends? That's the question.
Friends.
Hey, how's your buddy Michael Vargas doing?
He's also got he's doing Ruben Cortez's former seat, I guess, for State Board of Education.
I hope he makes it.
He's going up against a very formidable candidate.
Garcia?
I believe that's his name. He went to Princeton or
He's a
Yale. He's got he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's from the far
good-looking guy.
McAllen area. I really haven't seen them out there. Michael again has been in this. This is not his first rodeo, but we'll see. We'll see how he does on a bigger scale. Because San Benito obviously doesn't have the numbers that him being a state board of education board member will bring. So wishing you, Michael, a lot of success today, brother.
Good job. Sup, vatos?
So
Chippy. Maybe they're calling the results in.
Speaker or nothing.
But
Weak.
Made
Pay
on
your
your
phone
account.
bill.
To verify your account using the automated system, press 1. To get assistance with an account specialist, press 2. For billing and other questions, press 3.
they want me to pay my bill or what?
Pretty much.
What the hell? I don't pay for my damn bill.
Let's get to the comments before the results come on.
Huh? I'm trying.
I thought it was a cookie.
Frankie, por eso no ganaste, no elections is Chippy. Come on, man. I'm a real genius. I'm a real estate agent. I know better than anyone. I also have money. Any Brownsville candidates? Nah. Maybe they stop paying my phone bill, Frankie. Oh, I'm going to be really upset if someone stopped paying my phone bill.
As shared prior with Mr. Castro, I left many blanks on my ballot. I refused to vote in the races where either or multiple candidates had no realistic or relatable offer. But that's the dynamics of the game. A lot of people join the race just to throw the numbers off. But that's,
I left blank also. Yeah, me too.
I did too.
Cindy will lose. I hope so.
We'll see.
Shoot the rack with your revolver. No, I don't think I'll do that. I voted Share Gold. No! John is the best. Share Gold? Hopefully, Share Gold might be getting a lot of support.
He is getting a lot of support.
Hopefully, Canada supported by over and over. Refurbished politicals will stand on their own and do the right thing once elected. Just use the clout. Yeah. Erasmo tiene envidia al Frankie. Well, he lives in the Seinfeld studio. That's the problem. People are too picky and want someone, but don't want to know who they are. Don't care. Frankie has represented that fact that you got in the morning. He's not bad.
Nah, sounds great. Sounds a good co-host.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How's it going, Lina?
I love you. Team Dominguez. Sorry.
Are you refreshing or am I refreshing?
You refresh. I'm refreshing too. La Sarah, La Daniela, why do we have the most beautiful and smartest candidates in the country? If nobody makes threats to one another about sleeping with a fish, then it's not really a cutthroat election. Memories?
Memories, man. It was a good campaign. I really
Magallanes all the way.
Yeah, there's nothing like the election cycle. I learned so much. It was just an amazing experience to go through. Even though I wasn't fortunate enough to represent my constituents, I'd do it all over in a heartbeat. It's brutal, it's cutthroat, but the friendships that you make and just the experience more than anything is I would do it again. Hopefully one day I'll be given another opportunity. We'll see.
They should be coming out 7:10. The things they said. Stapleton, not yet. Just give us a few minutes. They wouldn't nor La Mantilla have the experience to be senators. They should have run for representatives. What experience do you need to be a senator?
Senator Lucio was a teacher, no?
Yeah. What about the mayoral race in Harlingen?
Oh, that's going to be a good one. I honestly think that the immigration attorney, Norma Sepulveda, she's going to take it. You have Boswell's been in there for 20 plus years. That'll be interesting.
Vargas went to Brown.
2 Ivy League schools candidates. So that's gonna be a good match.
Not the brightest, not the sharpest tool in the shed, but okay. Frankie's friend. I thought it was the cookie dude on the phone. Hi, Erasmo. Luis Antonio Troncoso. Hola, Circa. I left blanks on the unopposed except for Laurita. I think Laura, we could easily say he's going to win this race. Left blanks too. Hey, Davida! I love Davida. Bonnie Hermosa. Who's going to take Commissioner 4? Who's running Garza?
For Cameron County Commissioner 4, it's Gus Garza and Villarreal. That's Judge Chuy Garcia's brother. I forget his name. JC, I think. He's an engineer. And we'll go back to the whole flood that Harlingen had 3-4 years ago.
Results are coming in.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. Damn it. Laura Cisneros. Oh, Vicente Gonzalez, 59% of the vote.
Damn it, boy.
Right now, Laura Cisneros up 28%.
Well, yeah, he already got the 51%.
No, but I mean, this is only with very little small percentage. Beto O'Rourke, of course, is going to take the primary. Who cares about that one? 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 Sarah Susan Hayes, you said, Frankie?
No. Oh, State Board of Education. Michael Vargas. Ouch. Victor Perez is in the lead.
Yeah, for 38%. Is that Pete Garcia the cute guy? Or no, the Thomas Garcia is the cute guy?
They're both. Ouch. Sarah Stapleton. Wow.
Whoa! Alex Dominguez.
Wow. Sarah. Good for Sarah.
Sarah!
Damn it. You see?
La mantequilla. But she's not that far from Alex, bro.
But big money is not gonna do it. She needed to work it 6 years. Let me post it on the feed, Snoopy. I'll post it on the feed.
Oh, Ruben,
yeah,
but bro is ahead.
How's he doing? Good for him.
But not by much, by 2 points, 40% to 37%. Aaron Gomez, bro.
What is it?
58%.
Wow, good for her.
For 41%, Jonathan. You know what?
Damn.
This is something that maybe what you mentioned, maybe the attack on the female thing really affected, man.
Probably.
Oh, my goodness. Juan Magallanes, 56%. They probably expected a lot more. It's 43% right now.
Pretty close.
It's a close race. No, hombre. Kowalski and Noemi head to head, bro. That is close.
Close. Oh, the county clerk.
Sylvia Garza Perez. There's no way. She's vicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Garcia is.
Oh, wow.
With Gus Ramirez, man.
That's going to run up for sure.
Yeah?
100%. For sure.
Cindy Hinojosa, 48%, bro.
Oh, the women. Right now, it's the women.
The women vote. And let me tell you again, that race is going to be interesting because if they go into a runoff, Elizabeth Garza will take a lot of Javier Reina support.
We'll see.
Mary Esther Sorolla, 54 to 45.
Sorolla's always campaign. She's always working it.
Yeah, but that's not great news.
Well.
Jared Hawk, come on, my man. 54 to 45.
Looking good.
Yeah, Luis, 956-572-1899. Send me a text message. There's the number. Man, this is an exciting race, guys. This is just the start. Chente con la gente is going to be. He's going to be it, Frankie.
Yeah, big money, $2 million in the coffers. He moved districts because everybody thought that Mayra Flores, it was a redistrict. It's predominantly red. So we have an outsider going to represent us. Let's hope that that he does a good job. We'll see. But again, he still has the Republican. No, who is it?
I don't think it's determined.
Mayra Flores, no?
Well, I think she's. Let's go to the Republican
Yeah,
side.
let's go Republican.
But again, this is only Cameron County, Frankie. Remember this.
Yeah. No, it's the Republicans is not out yet. Wow, interesting news. Well, good for Aaron. Good for Aaron Gomez.
Well, I mean, it's not over yet,
Not
but
over, but initial reports.
it's pretty close. No, Chente blew it away. Mike Collier, whoever that is. Victor Perez. Yeah, it's gonna go into a runoff though.
Yeah,
right?
It's still early though.
It's still early, but nah, he's gonna take it to a runoff. There's no way he's gonna hit 51.
Nah.
The question is, who is he going to run against? The good-looking guy or Pete? I think Michael Vargas is out, bro.
Well, Michael's only out by 400 votes. Anything could happen. Anything could happen.
Damn, Sarah Stapleton. I
Good for
talked to her.
Sarah.
I talked to her at the Chow Days Parade, and I say, I think you're good.
Yeah.
I think you're good. And let me tell you,
Well, she might, like how we said, I predicted Sarah and Alex going into a runoff, and it's not good numbers for Morgan Lamantilla, who spent $1.8 million on a race that not a lot of people knew who she was. So again,
well, let's say your scenario is correct, Frankie. Who will Morgan Mantequilla's people support?
well, whoever offers the best deal, obviously. And I'll dare say that it'll be Sarah.
Yeah, I think they'd rather work with Sarah than with Alex. I think part of the problem is the friction between the Lucios and Alex Dominguez.
Well, again, campaigns, elections do crazy, crazy things, as you very well know. Nothing is out the door. Nothing is totally out the door. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
This is an amazing race. This is an amazing, amazing race. My goodness, my goodness. I'm just so surprised. I'm very, very surprised at Aaron Gomez's race, man.
Why?
Huh?
Why is that?
Because I honestly never would have suspected that she would have done that well by staying quiet.
It's the female thing. It's the female thing that you look petty when you try to be like, oh, pobrecita me. She didn't have to do anything. The campaign flyers did it for her.
Well, I'm going to say this, like, it's going to be kind of a trippy thing. I think that it's going to be a trippy thing for the Gracia dynasty. I think his dad was probably banking on him, doing really, really well in this race.
Well, yeah, of course, campaigns, they take a lot out of you, not just financially, but emotionally, physically, spiritually, even. What effect will this have on, and we saw the progress. We saw Jonathan being a young, promising attorney. He was a DA. He was an attorney. He won the JP race against Javier Garcia. Everything looked good. Everybody thought that he was going to jump in the race of district judge. And when this opportunity opened up, everybody thought, oh, he'd be a perfect candidate. But again, it all goes to show that Aaron Gomez, this is her second time around running for the exact same position 2 years later. And so far, so good. So we'll see how it goes. But again, it's still too early in the race.
let me say that one of the things that again, I don't want to sound like kind of a tripped out deal, Sam, Sam used to Sam being on here, Frankie. Este, I think like down south most, La Mantequilla and Jonathan Gracia were all over, all over south most. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they were out there, la pitadas. They threw money out there like gacho.
Hey, why can't we see the? That's a close race, man. The Ruben Cortez and Luis Villarreal. That's a close race too.
It is a close race.
Yeah, it's 40-37. And Frank Puente, it's a three-way race. Ruben Cortez, Luis Villarreal, and Frank Puente. You should share it on the screen so that people could see.
I think I put it on my page in case anyone wants to see it on my page. But I think I could put it up. Can you put them up? Can you do them or no?
Sure.
I put them on my page. I put all the interesting ones. You could share, right? You remember how to do that, right? Let me go through the comments while you put it up. Qué bonito que se siente que gane Sarah. Yo le mandé un text que era mi gallo. Let me know when you're ready.
Ready.
See, this is an interesting one right there. Chente con la gente. Laura Cisneros, a good friend of mine. I love Laura Cisneros. It's just going to be interesting,
Again, she came on a little bit late. Vicente con la gente, he's got the money. Yeah. And again, Beto O'Rourke obviously going to win. Nobody cares about the lieutenant governor.
No.
Hey, shouts out to Rochelle Garza. She has a very, very tough opponents coming up. So she got 8,000 votes. Good for her. She's from Brownsville. What other race were we following? The Michael Vargas. He's in third, fourth place right now. This one's going to be interesting. Alex Dominguez is 1,000 votes behind. Morgan Lamantilla, she's down 400 votes, 500 votes.
Damn, 500 votes.
So we'll see how election day turns out for Alex and for Lamantilla, because even though 1,000 votes isn't a lot, we'll see if Sarah is able to maintain this. I wouldn't even say comfortable lead just yet, because
I would say that's kind of comfortable.
You think that's comfortable?
Hell yeah. I don't think enough's going to come in on election day to make her sway anything out there. I think she's in the runoff. And let me say, Alex's people are not going to go with La Mantequilla's people are not going to go with Alex.
So we'll see how that turns out. And again, Ruben Cortez, he's got a very narrow lead right now, less than 200 votes. It's like 120 votes. And again, the third candidate, Luis Villarreal, he's a young man, 32, 33 years old, from Harlingen. Frank Puente is also from Harlingen, and Frank Puente is a city commissioner. So again, who will he throw his support behind? The local Harlingen? Villarreal or Ruben Cortez. But again, anything is possible. And again, this is very interesting. Jonathan Gracia down 1,100 votes. Again, still too early to declare a winner, obviously. Judge Magallanes, he's got a 2,300 comfortable lead. Again, this one's going to be interesting. Noemi Garcia, Martinez, and Adela Garza. This is going to go down to the wire.
Election day.
I would even say that this will probably go into a recount. This will be a couple hundred votes.
Damn.
That will separate these candidates. The Democratic county clerk, again, she's vicious. She's ferocious. Sylvia Garza has a comfortable lead with over 4,000 votes in the lead.
That Gus Ruiz?
Gus Ruiz. This is very interesting. Again, I do not know Ruben de la Rosa as of yet, but who will he throw his support? His support is going to be golden.
Golden.
He's going to be golden. So we'll see. Does he bring it? Does he give it to the incumbent, or does he give it to a brand new candidate? And this one again is very close. Who is going to join Cindy Hinojosa in the runoff? Right now, Elizabeth Garza has a less than 200 vote lead. So every vote counts, guys. Whenever people say, "Oh, I don't know why you all go out to vote," it doesn't matter. Every vote counts, guys. Especially for those especially for those individuals that are a few votes away from going into a runoff. So every vote counts. The JP race, Mary Esther Sorolla, she's always campaigning. She's got a 600 vote lead as of right now. The polls did close. What are their? Oh, and the last one,
Jared Hakama.
Jared Hakama has a comfortable 1,000
vote lead.
But again, this is the county. The county is a lot bigger. So this is going to be one of those things where anything can happen. Really, again, there's 38 precincts, if I'm not mistaken, throughout the county. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Numbers look good so far.
These numbers are amazing. Let's see. Are the Dallas Cowboys playing tonight? Asking for Rick. No. Patrick Hans and AOB endorsed Aaron Gomez. Let me tell you, Aaron knocked it out of the park. They made me go to Benavides Elementary to go vote. I'm glad you went to go vote. When I click on the Republican one, it is coming up yet. Casey?
I don't think it's coming up yet.
I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to predict that I'm going to win the primary to be as the candidate for county commissioner 2. Is that a safe prediction, Frankie?
Let's hope.
Channel 200 on Spectrum, Joe. Henry Cuellar was still running. Yes.
Was he?
Yeah, up in his area. A lot of people condemn Jonathan for attacking Aaron, so I guess it blew up in his face. Yeah. I voted for, I don't know who that is. Qué bueno que ganó Ruben Cortez. Not yet.
Not yet.
Erin Gomez did a lot of walking, meeting people from all walks of life. She has been prepared for this race. Let me tell you, it shows in the numbers. Erin did an amazing job. Let me tell you, maybe a lot of what we were seeing was more of the plate distribution and the big old trailer signs and everything. But Erin did something right. As of right now, it's the amazing right. What the hell did you guys just say? 8 million was spent on La Mantequilla's rate? 2 million.
More or less. 1.8, 1.7.
They were asking people if you were voting Democrat or Republican. Yeah, because there were 2 primaries.
Let's go. I'm ready.
Let's see. Frankie Vegas. I was about to ask you where your results were, but you voted red. Good luck. Thank you. Sarah has Kenmont behind her. So, boom. Let me tell you, none of the Republican numbers are out as of yet. I'm still going to predict that Erasmo Castro won.
Yeah, I don't see them up yet.
Let me see. I got some paper ones. Hold on. I've got I got the paper ones, Frankie.
Okay.
Ismael Fonseca, Aaron Peña. Aaron Peña is blowing that away. Carlos Cascos won. Erasmo Castro won.
How many votes? 7?
3. No, I actually got 823 votes.
There you go.
Not bad. Connie, how many did Joey Lopez get? Can you check?
He got
That bastard.
He got 3,500.
I hate him. Chuck Vai versus Oscar Garza. Chuck Vai is going to take that. Justice of the Peace. Andrew Infante won that. There's no interesting races for the Republican. Oh, Mayra Flores blew it out of the way. It will be Mayra Flores against Vicente Guerrero.
What was her numbers?
3,849.
It's nothing. What did we said they get? 6,000, 8,000?
Yeah, but you have to understand that it's a new ball game in the general.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the Candy Cane Horn, or whatever the hell that was. Dan Patrick. Oh, Ken Paxton, man. is holding the lead against George Bush.
What are the numbers?
2,540 for Ken Paxton, 2,309 for George Bush.
What about Eva Guzman? Is Eva Guzman in there?
Yeah, Eva Guzman, not nothing, 846. But
Ooh,
she beat that Louis Gohmert. Louis Gohmert looks like a troll.
he is a troll.
Nothing against Louis Gohmert, though.
Interesting races. Now, again, they'll probably be updating them maybe, I want to say, every 30, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So make sure that you guys keep on refreshing as much as possible. The county races, obviously, they are going to take a little bit longer. The polls closed. They're already closing up shop. It's going to take them another 30 minutes to lock up and then send all the ballot boxes to the respective precincts to get the numbers accurate. So it's going to take a while. But safe to say, Vicente Gonzalez took it. Beto took it. Who else? That's the only one we could call right now, right?
I think so. I mean, as of right now, I think the other ones are going to be. So I think Aaron Gomez took it.
Oh, okay. Even though it's 1,000 votes,
I think
100 votes.
Yeah, I don't think enough people were going to come out today to make a difference. But I take into consideration there's also the mail-in ballots.
Yeah, but again, how many mail-in ballots? Unless you're Minera Peña, who's got extra votes coming around, but I don't think mail-in ballots really make a big difference, do they?
No, not much. Sarah Stapleton, La Mantequilla. That's gonna be. I think that's a done deal. Alex Dominguez versus Sarah Stapleton, the runoff. I'm actually going to stop by right now to La Mantequilla's base camp to go say hi. It's right here.
Where's it gonna be? Oh, next door.
Yeah, you want to come over? They're gonna have free food and drinks.
Cheese.
I'm sure they're gonna have a good spread. I'm gonna stop by just say hi. You want to come back at 9 o'clock or no?
Yeah, if you want, if you allow me.
Yeah, let me go get some food.
Araceli has a comment. This is the first time watching your cast y me gusta mucho con la sinceridad que hablan. Gracias, Araceli, por estar aquí. Esperamos que esta no sea la última vez que estén aquí entre nosotros. Agradecidos estamos con su presencia y me saludas a tu esposo que se ve que es chulo, pero no sé. Se ve. No
Hey, Snoopy wanted to know what your thoughts were on Elon at Charo Days.
Elon on Charo Days, man, that was very interesting. A godlike individual coming in down and eating a Speedo Papa with us peasants. It was pretty remarkable to see. Everybody was waiting for his presence during the parade, during the different festivities out there, because everybody, was counting on him being at taking part. He did make that announcement. I think it was pretty cool. Now, will the people accept him already? Is he part of Raza already? Just because he was hanging out with us, common folks? I don't know. I think there are a lot of people who have the same resentment or same feelings that Rebecca, Hossa has on gentrification, on pollution, on destroying our local environment. So I'm kind of torn with this issue, Snoopy. I do feel that if South Texas, Brownsville, the city of Brownsville, we do need some sort of economic boom. SpaceX has obviously been doing that. Many people have been benefiting from it. Many businesses. We have been attracting businesses, entrepreneurs worldwide. But at the same time, we are doing something very, very worse, in my opinion, and that is affecting our local ecosystem. Now, it's 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, which is peanuts to Elon Musk. Some say that we are even setting ourselves short for that. My only thing is the whole shutting down the passage, shutting down Boca Chica Beach. I feel that we need to do a better job of communicating with them and setting them term limits or setting them, I feel, Erasmo, that if he's got money, he dictates. I don't like that.
Right.
So that's the only thing that I don't like. But again, I am torn by the issue. But seeing Elon Musk at Charo Days, I think a lot of people like that. It showed the human side of him. And one thing that I thought was very clever, Erasmo, was that he took his child. You know why? Because he can't talk to you when he's got his child. He's busy. don't come around me, my child. Oh, come here, mijo. You know how he nunca soltó el huerco. I'm sure he doesn't have his son, as much as he had him for Sombrero. But that is a way of him of building a fence, building a distance from us common folks, which again is nothing, is here nor there. But I just think that's just brilliant of him of keeping that distance, being with his son. But it was good to see. It was good to see somebody, the world's richest man, literally the world's richest man, hanging out where we hang out, eating a Speedo Papa of all things. It was pretty trippy.
It was. And we've already talked about it. And again, so good thing for Brownsville to have him down here. I just wish that a lot of people would have kept their composure instead of being all crazy, all crazy out there idolizing. But it is what it is. All right, guys, we'll be back at 9 o'clock. I'm going to go get me some free food from the Mantequilla.
Bye.
Because right here, guys, be back at 9 p.m. Guys, be good to each other and continue to be good to me. God bless.